This week has been rough, it's been shitty, but I'm still fighting. It's not over till it's over. I almost blew my account, but I saved it, and I am gonna break down this week now and show you guys some of the live trades, a lot of the struggles that I face, and this is what happens when you keep fighting. This is what happens when you just keep going. Although it sucks, although it's like the worst feeling ever, you just gotta keep going. Yo, what is up guys? Today I'm breaking down this week's trading, and today is July 2nd. We do have one more trading day tomorrow, but I'm not going to trade because I am doing shit this week, and I'm just gonna call it a week. I am gonna paper trade, and normally if I trade 4 days of the week, I don't trade the 5th day. Usually I only won one trade this week. I did break down June's P&L, so you guys can watch that video, but I am in a big losing streak. As you see, I lost this day, this day, this day, this day, and I lost on the Wednesday. I am on a 5-day losing streak, and it's the worst. One day you take a loss, it's not bad. Second day you take a loss, it's kind of annoying. Third day is like, what the fuck? And then it keeps going and it keeps going. I'm like, and then you're questioning yourself, do I even know how to do this? What the fuck am I even doing? It became really dark, especially the way I got into this week and the way I got into all these losses, because I just been changing things up constantly, and I've been trying to do different models, and it just hasn't been working. Like, I got in some good trades right here, but it just kind of messed up with my psychology and my mental, and I just kept losing, and I just kept going back to just trying different things, and I just like take losses, and it's really bad. It gets really dark because I'm just losing and losing every single day, and I'm questioning myself. Should I jump to a new strategy? Should I try new things? Should I remove new things? Like, everything's over my head because I'm just in a losing streak. And the best thing to do in a losing streak is just like lower your size, you know, or just take a break. I'm already on a lower size. Like, I'm not losing the most because I'm in a prop firm, so I'm not like losing hundreds of thousands or whatever. I'm just like losing paper money, I guess, but it's still like my funded account, so it still sucks. But when you're in that state, you're like going crazy. You don't even know like how to trade anymore. You're like questioning yourself, like, why did I take this trade? Like, I normally don't do this type of stuff, but you take the trade anyways, and everything is going all over the place. I do have the live trades. I am going to break that down now. This is Monday, June 29th. I took this trade and I lost in like a minute or so. So I was bullish on the day until we take some further draws, and after we took more draws, we just kept going higher, and I just longed it right here. You're probably looking at the stop loss placement, and you're probably like, what the fuck is this trade? And I couldn't even tell you why and what this trade was, because, you know, at the moment when you're trading, it looks good. I don't know, you just lose. Breaking down the 50-minute chart on Monday, it looks like we do have all this liquidity down here, so this could be like a trend line right here that we want to take. The reason why I was bullish though is because we had a bearish SMT from previously, and we just kept failing it. We had this SMT since like already here. We came down, and then we started coming back up. We came back to retest that zone, and we just kept failing it. So I want to see draws higher. We also had equal highs higher, so that's why I was bullish until we take some draws. And I can see us going bearish as well. In the beginning, that's what we did. We took out this draw, we had bullish SMT, and then we started going higher. I kind of knew that we want to go higher here, but I just like faded the trades, and for some reason, like the trades that I think is good, I just fade it because probably I just don't have enough confidence on it, but then it ends up working. And then later I'm still bullish, but we kind of just like chopped, and I didn't really wait for a resoup of the highs, and I lost. And then we just completely dumped after. The resoup also saved me today, which that's how I won, and I'll explain that later. Breaking down the Tuesday trade, I lost again, and keep in mind this time around I'm already down 3 losses in a row. Although it's the only second day of this week, it's still like, you know, in the back of my mind, like I lost 3 days in a row, and I'm close to like losing my account. And I was more bullish on the day, but I decided to implement one of my models that I had, which was SMT fails, and I think I was all over the place because I just was reviewing a lot on the previous day, and then just trying to figure out what's actually going to work, and, you know, just try new things so that I can just like, you know, start winning again or start doing good again, because I just keep changing things around. And SMT fails has been one of my best setups, but it's easy to pattern trade it. That's why on this day, even though I was bullish, I was like questioning, should I short? See, I was about to short, and then later we aren't going lower, so I was like, okay, maybe we want the long. Like, I was going all over the place, and that's why I shouldn't even be doing that. And yeah, I longed here, TP at the high, and then stop loss was like down there. So this trade is not the best because yeah, the stop loss is not the best placement. And although the stop loss placement can be like here, like it's fine, but it's just the fact that the whole sequence in general is not a good like trade. So I can still have like a decent stop loss and then still win the trade, but since this trade right here looks a little choppy now, it's like a little too late on the trade. Breaking down the 15-minute chart, we can see that we just look bullish because we're just displacing higher. We have a bearish SMT on the higher time frames and also bearish SMT right here, but we're just like failing to go lower. So I'm just like bullish. And maybe in the morning I was like, maybe we want to go lower, but we still don't really have draws lower. So maybe we could have taken these draws and then this rebalance and go up higher. So I was still bullish on the day. So even if we went lower, that's probably manipulation to go up higher. And clearly in the morning, we just like ripped up higher. We go up higher, we have SMT, but we're failing it. We have another SMT here, and then we start going lower. So we start going lower, and then we put a bullish SMT down here. I was going to long this trade, but I felt like it was like kind of late. It was a little bit FOMO. It happened too fast. My stop loss placement wasn't the best. So that's why I didn't want to get into the trade. But if I got into the trade, I probably have won it. But I'm not too sure. Maybe I would have put my stop loss right here and I got stopped out. So I don't really know. That candle just happened so fast that I just faded the trade. And then later we got another SMT. Then I was like questioning myself, do you want to go lower? Do you want to go higher? And we did end up wanting to go higher, but we kind of just started to chop a lot. And when ES was chopping a lot, that's when I was like, that's when I should be like, okay, I should just avoid the trade because we're just like chopping. And I need to get better at it. Breaking down the Wednesday trade, which is July 1st. This trade was, I don't know, it was just like stupid. I had the completely wrong narrative and we were just chopping, and I probably marked out a small internal that I normally don't mark out, and that's probably why I lost. I was just like, you know, probably too zoomed in and I was just like not focused or something. And this is the type of trades that I normally never take, and I took it anyways. Like, I don't know why. My TP was all the way down here. That's like how optimistic I was. But clearly my stop loss is like already bad because my stop loss is supposed to be 300 or less. And that placement was already bad. And this was telling me that this trade was already bad in the first place, but I still took it. And yeah, I just quickly just lost on that trade. Here is the 30-minute time frame. And we look bearish on the pre-market. But the thing is, we don't really have any draws lower on NASDAQ. Like maybe, of course, if we just started to displace lower with speed, okay, we'll go lower. But we didn't do that. We just took a draw, and this is kind of like reversal sequence. We had this lower here, we re-soup it, and then we just start going up higher. When I go to the 1 minute chart, I did draw out this small internal on NASDAQ, and that's probably why I lost, is because, you know, when you draw out stuff in your charts, you got to make sure it's like solid. It's not like some random thing there, because you're probably going to be so focused on that zone. Like maybe it's a break and retest, maybe it's a zone, and you draw out a random zone that's not really that good, but then you're so focused on the chart to see if it actually is respecting that zone. And this is kind of what I did, and we're completely chopping here. I was going to wait for a like reversal sequence on ES, but I clearly did not wait for it, and that's the reason why I mainly lost. And I was just like trading a chop, and yeah, my stop loss was not good, nothing was good, and I just like lost. Breaking down today's trade, which is Thursday, July 2nd, I did finally win in this day, which was like, yeah, after 5 losing days in a row. It sucked, and I was probably a little late on the trade, maybe because I was just like, you know, like questioning myself. I was like, is this gonna be a good trade? Probably because I'm in a losing streak, I'm like hesitating, I'm taking a bit too long on the trade. It's like literally one of the most simple ass trade, and it worked. Like if you understand narrative and you just know what to look for, it's like, it's super simple, but you just get in your own way and like you think a lot of things when it's actually not there. So even when I was in this trade, I was like questioning myself, like, am I gonna lose this trade? Because we went up higher, and yeah, over here I almost got stopped out already, and I was like, of course I'm gonna blow the account, whatever, it is what it is. Literally edged my TP, and then there I thought I was gonna lose. And that's just how trading is, because we already had this, we already souped up this high, we had bearish SMT, but we should not be going up higher like this. So like I thought I was gonna lose because we have bearish SMT, but it is like a small SMT, and we're just like bullish on the day. And after that, I did win. Bringing it back here, I was targeting 300 at first. Like maybe when I go, yeah, at first I was targeting a 1-to-1, which is 300. But the thing is, since I was about to blow my account, I was able to increase my size like a tiny bit. So I did get 6 micros, and a 1-to-1 on 6 micros is probably gonna be like $350, $360 or so. And that's why I was like, I can't be targeting this much, is because I normally target 30 points. So that's why I did move it to like 350 so that I'm aiming for like 30 points how I normally am. Later I was like, no way, I got edged just because I wanted to make a better like RR trade and I lost. But overall it was a good trade. The thing is I was just a little late. So if I had a better optimal entry, I would have like hit TP already. I am going to break down that trade on the trading view. Going to the 15-minute chart, I was bullish because we did have a bearish SMT up here and we also had SMT over here as well. And we did have a bullish SMT. So there's so many SMTs here. Like what is actually delivering, we don't really know. But from the previous day, we had this SMT already from over here and it was delivering us lower, right? But if we have SMT, normally we want to see us like fully deliver and like we just start displacing all the way down here, but we don't do that. We come down and we sweep out all these lows, which is like right here. We sweep out all these lows and now we're not really having any draws lower. These are not really draws because these are just all like bullish candles and there's also no gaps down here. So I'm not really thinking that we want to go lower. That's why we actually start to deliver higher with the SMT. We do have equal lows right here as well, so that could be a draw. I'm just bullish though until like proven otherwise. Market open, we displace lower and we put in a bullish SMT down here and ES took out its equal lows here. So this is a stop rate and then we start delivering higher. Later we come up, we put in a bearish SMT on this candle right here and yeah, right here. And then we are going lower, but ES is not really going lower. You can see how it's like not really like just getting disrespected. We're like failing the SMT. And then we come all the way down here. We FOMO in shorts. Maybe if we resoup this low and we start to come lower, then I'll have short. But we don't do that. We actually just fail to go lower. And that's already telling me that we want to go higher. And I want to take this long over here. But I was hesitating. And of course, that's the best trade of the day. And I would have got caught in more than 30 points. Because when we were going down lower, why is ES fully engulfing this candle over here? That's telling me that this SMT is failing. This whole bearish candle was just to FOMO in shorts and we're just like failing to go lower. We start going higher and I'm trying to be patient. I'm not trying to get into like trades because I'm understanding that I have to make sure that I'm in a good trade. And just knowing like the past days I've been in every single bad trade and just like everything was just bad. We do take out this high as well. And then we do take out the external high right here, which is the previous day high. So at this point, I'm like, okay, maybe we want to go lower because we take out external high. We have like multiple bearish SMTs. So let me take out this real quick. And then we have this bearish SMT right here. And normally, if we take out like a major draw, I normally have this sequence like this, which is this right here, this turtle soup icon, which is, I have it down here as well. But since this is a more major draw, I'm more like, this is one of my sequence. So I want to make sure that I wait for it. My reversal sequence is pretty much when we go take out like a major draw, or it could even be like this little internal, but depending on the context. And then what we do is that I want to see a resoup of the high. We have the high right here, which is on ES, and we also have a major SMT. If we want to go higher, I need to see a disrespect of this turtle soup right here. So this reversal sequence. So we have the high, we take out the high, and we should be delivering lower, but we're not doing that because I guess we're just clearly bullish. So we go up, take out the high, and we're not failing to go lower. So that's why I was more bullish. If this resoup happened and then we start going to lower, okay, maybe we want to go lower and then take out draws lower. And that's why I was waiting. So I know this long looked decent on NASDAQ. I was like, oh damn, I could have taken the trade, right? But at this time, although NASDAQ looked good, ES was about to resoup the high right here. So we could have put in bearish SMT, which we did. And maybe this SMT would have delivered us all the way down lower. Like I don't know that. So that's why I was waiting to take the trade. And we already failed it over here. But I didn't want to take out this trade because it's just like, I don't know, a little bit in premium. I want to see a better rebalance or something. Maybe like a bearish candle disrespect. Did not see that. So I was like, just trying to wait. And then we kept going higher. I just knew that we want to go higher because we already failed it here. But I just wanted to see like a more clear sequence for me. So we go up higher and then we edged out these little internals over here. And all I want to see was just an SMT. When I look over here, we already rebalanced this gap right here. We already rebalanced this gap. And so we don't really need to go down lower yet. So we also have these draws here and we come down. It looks like on ES, we're just like FOMOing shorts like this. We're coming down. We're not really coming down with speed. All we did was put in a bullish SMT right here. So it will look like this. It's literally a simple ass SMT, bullish SMT. It delivers. We aren't failing to go lower, and I just slap on my trade right here, and I put it to the internal high right here on this like wick, like just before the wick. So I want to like just enter in a little earlier, but you know, I was hesitating, so I was just like taking a bit too long. So honestly, I could have entered, or I could have targeted a bit more points, like maybe get like 35 points or so. And yeah, I just took a bit too long to enter because I was just hesitating. And after that, we don't even take out the highs, we just start dumping. So that's why it's good to just take out like the low-hanging fruit wherever you're trying to target, and just understand what draws are being taken and what has been taken. So that was my trade for today. And even when I go down lower, you can see the sequence happen again. So we can see the sequence. We have a bullish SMT on this low. Keep in mind, this is not like an external low right here. The equal lows here is the external, but we do have bullish SMT down here. And NAS and ES is all the way up here. ES probably wants to go down lower, take out some draws. And what do? We have the low right here. We have this low, and right here, what do? We come up, invite buyers, come down, resoup, and now we should be delivering higher, right? And we also have double stack bullish SMT. We have this bullish SMT here. We also have this bullish SMT, right? And we actually do deliver higher, but I don't really like this trade because I'm more bearish now, because we're already all the way down here. We probably want to take out lower draws. You could still have caught in this trade. Like if you just target like over here or like 30 points, you would have caught in the trade, but I didn't like it. I already took a trade, so I'm just telling you guys in hindsight. So you guys could take in this trade right here. So this is a reversal sequence. We have a low, we invite buyers, resoup the low, and then deliver. So same over here. We have the high, and we have invite sellers, and we resoup the high, deliver. But did not see that, so I decided to long instead. Over here, we have the low, invite buyers, resoup. It fails to deliver higher, so then you can just short this right here. You can actually have taken this short because we're failing to go higher, and we have more draws lower, and also we have these equal lows here that we wanted to take. So this have been a really good trade here as well. If I'm not seeing my sequence play out, okay, I'm gonna take the opposite direction. I was already bearish in the first place, so I wouldn't have taken a long. I would just look for a short. If I'm not seeing something happen, then I'm like, okay, why are we doing that? I'm gonna take that direction. Like over here, I understood that we wanted longs, but I faded the trade. I understood that we wanted longs here. I hesitated. I don't know why. I'm just like, maybe I'm like, okay, we want to go lower. Maybe I want to see a little more reaction or something, but I did faded the trade. But some people over here, maybe they're trying to short this trade, but once it goes down and it's failing to go lower, they're questioning themselves, okay, why are we not going lower? Maybe that's telling you that we want to go higher, and then later they just decide to take a long. So maybe my bias was shorts today, and I could have longed this instead, because whatever prices tell me, and I'll be like, okay, it's not doing it, then I'm just gonna take the opposite direction and just understand why are we doing this, and then it makes sense to take the trade. So my strategy is like purely discretion and just understanding draws, understanding narrative, because the trade that I took today, it's literally the stupidest simple ass trade. We're failing to go lower. We have a bullish SMT and it delivers. Okay, I'm gonna take a long. And my best trades has been like SMT fails. So like, let's say there's SMT here, which there actually was. And yeah, right here, SMT here, over here to here. So it was failing, and I could have taken this trade right here if I was quick on it and take 30 points. But if I was late on the trade, I would have lost the trade because I'm just late. But my best trades are SMT fails. Like this, SMT is failing and you take the trade. But the thing is, you can't pattern trade it. You have to really understand narrative. And that's why, like the previous day, I was just trying to focus on SMT fails and just focus on one system, one strategy, which is SMT fails. But I get so tunnel vision on just taking SMT fails that I just take stupid trades and not understanding the bigger picture. That's why I can't seem to just lock in on one strategy, because I just forget things. I just forget the bigger picture because I'm just looking at every SMT. That's why maybe you're like, okay, I want to just take SMT trades, which is like, okay, if SMT is delivering, I'm going to take the trade like this. But then you lose and you don't know why. That's why you can't always just pattern train things. You have to understand the whole picture and the narrative. That is my trading week. I'm of course down, but I'm happy that I finally won. I'm happy that I'm trying to focus on and get back into the groove of things and just focus on what I was doing before, and just like not change things. At least I tried to change things and then just like test it out, and I know that it's not working, so I just can't do it. May and June was kind of like, let's try out some things to see if it actually works. Like May, I was just trying to, you know, stick to SMT fails, but then I realized it wasn't working because I was like pattern trading it. And then later I started to do a different model, and then it's not working in June. And I'm just trying different things, and I know that now it's not working. So at least I tried it, and although it was a battle because it was like really rough for me, but at least I know it. Now I just gotta get back into what I was doing before and just keep working. It's gonna take some time. Like even though I was trying to do it already in like this week, it was taking some time. I was like kind of like changing things up. So now I had to like focus and just keep doing what I was doing and just like keep working, you know. That is the end of this recap. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And what I say in every single video, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Keep staying disciplined, keep staying consistent, and let's just get 1% better every day. And I'll see you in the next one.